Hello, and welcome back to the world of Arklands and to Mai's Academy. When we last left our heroes in training, when we last left our heroes in training, everyone included, whether he agrees or not, they spent a night on the town, and after doing some grocery shopping and visiting the Sunlight Lab in Eric's, barely made it back to the tram for its final trip. Trip? Would that be?
Yeah, that's fine.
For the final scheduled run.
Yeah.
Before curfew.
Would be called departure. The last departure.
Thank you. Departure.
There you go.
As you were walking, before you realized how much time you didn't have, a number of conversations took place. Some insight, some nice small talk, some flirtation, and
all the flirtation came from one person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
well,
maybe two.
Depends how you define it. And Crow was left, I think it's accurate to say, gobsmacked.
I was gonna say shaken,
that's how Cass would describe it. He'd be like, she was absolutely gobsmacked.
Yep.
Gobsmacked.
Why would you smack
that
her
gob?
That makes no sense.
It's an expression, Alan.
What does it mean?
Crow was left a bit shaken by a comment that Kakari had made. But he spent the tram ride actively conversing with some others, and Crow did not have the chance to pursue any questions that she might have.
Yeah.
Well, she could have, but she's too antisocial for that.
And then Elle bugged her, and then she was mean.
She was
standoff.
prickly.
It's okay. Tomato, tomato. Sure.
She's just brittle,
Brittle?
as opposed to fragile.
Oh.
That's honestly fairly accurate.
I don't know why the candy lane popped into my head. Miss Brittle. Anyway.
Peanut butter.
But as you guys arrive back and have your first night at Mai's Academy, that is where we pick up for tonight's session. So, you settle in for the evening, and I believe Eris.
Ari is going to set up her incense, she goes in her room pretty much as soon as they get back. Doesn't talk to anybody.
Pretty sure Elle collapses into his own bed.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't even remember to shut the door behind him.
No, it's wide open.
Yep.
His shoes are on.
Ari does not get into her bed.
Yep.
She has her
Oh, you're an elf.
mat kind of laid out. She's lays out some incense, some various herbs she has that she doesn't burn them at all. She just kind of has them there.
Yeah.
All right. It's been a minute since I've done this. She just kind of tries to relax her mind as much as possible. She doesn't go through the usual ritual that she does, but she attempts to, or she lays down flat and attempts to sleep and connect to her friend.
Yeah. So I would like you to make a wisdom check.
Do I do the wisdom check with proficiency? That we had discussed that at one point.
Not at this point.
Okay. I'm going to use this dice. It's a natural 1.
Take one inspiration.
No.
I
No?
think
No.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
She is very worked up and the stress of getting from the train. But a natural 1 as she's sleeping.
Yup.
Oh boy. Oh no.
hoping for this.
You find yourself standing amongst a blaze. Fire is burning all around you.
Oh, not again.
But this is not a familiar, not a familiar location. The flames give you pause as you brace. But you look around, you see people, humans, mostly, running. Some have buckets running to a nearby river. As you look up and you see the waterfall, you realize that you're standing in Eric's. What do you do?
She is just paralyzed by fear, I think, for a solid minute.
Okay.
Just, are there flames right next to her?
All around, you can
All
feel the
around.
heat almost overwhelming. Buildings, it's interesting. You see there's fire just even on the stone walkways. It's not like the stones are on fire. It's more like there's some kind of oil, or the flames are sticking to everything.
She kind of freezes for a minute, and she's by the waterfall, by the river.
You can see Eric sits at the base of the cliff, and so you can see the waterfall coming over. And you can see above above the cliff, you see buildings that are also ablaze.
Is that where the school is? Different location.
School's a couple miles up the mountain. And then you hear a roar. At first you think it's one of the fires growing larger, maybe encompassing a house. But it becomes very clear as the ground shakes beneath your feet and a massive shadow passes overhead.
I recognize it as a dragon of some kind.
As it lands, and you see chunks of stone fall from where its claws are gripping the edge, as you see a massive red dragon. Whose fire breath just sweeps over parts of the town.
Okay. Dragon. I can do dragons.
I could take a dragon.
And Ares going to try to run towards...
I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Okay. 6.
6, you are frozen in fear.
Yeah.
But as you try to move,
It's like that bit in a dream where it's like you want to move forward, but your legs feel stuck
Yep.
in place. And she tries to move. She doesn't know if she's going to move towards the dragon or towards people to try and help them. She's just stuck.
and as you are almost screaming within your own mind to move, you feel a wave of heat and realize that the dragon is looking directly at you. And as you look at him, you see that his eyes are like molten lava, glowing and red. No pupils, no whites or black or anything. Just glowing orange and yellow and red, shifting slightly as he looks at you. And as his gaze intensifies, you feel your body heating up. He does not open his mouth, but as his glare stays on you, your skin begins to turn red, and from within, you are set ablaze. And you wake up sweating.
Before that, Ari looks at the dragon. What is your name?
I think she would have tried. You can make another wisdom save to attempt to ask the question. It's going to be a high DC because
That's an 8.
as your body is literally being immolated from within. And you wake up drenched in sweat.
What time is it when she wakes up?
I think it's probably been... I think you would have gotten your long rest. It's been 4 hours.
Only 4 hours, or would it have been longer?
I think that it's... If it were a peaceful dream, it might have been.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Alright, so long rest. So she just gets up. And it's 4-ish, 5 in the morning.
Thereabouts.
Alright. Red dragon. Tries to clear her mind and starts doing her morning routine of stretching and saying her prayers and things like that. Takes about an hour to do that or so before going out into the main living room to start making herself breakfast.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else is up.
No, I think everyone else needs to take 8 hours.
You hear.
Crota's not asleep.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
But she is rested.
She does not sleep.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check. 2? Yeah, you have no idea that
Plus
Aries
2.
awake.
Are you out in the living room?
No, she's in
Okay.
her room.
Yeah.
But Ari might hear at one point pacing in Crow's room.
Crow must be an early riser as well.
The rest of the night passes without incident.
I had a lovely dream.
He was holding Ari's hand the whole
He
time?
may have been reliving his walk through the city there at the very end. Except instead of running, it was a very...
It's like
The two of them riding on
Yeah, like that, exactly.
Yeah, the two of them riding on the lion together.
The buildings-
Aries' arms wrapped around Elle.
The buildings like slowly melt away and you just see rainbows and birds are flying.
Cass is passed out.
Oh, yeah.
Cass has never worked that hard before.
Cass gets a Valheim dream where there's no text.
It's just a dial code.
Around 6 or 7, Crow would go off to get coffee from Graves' office.
Okay. So here's the important one. Did she take a long rest?
No.
No. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Mark down an exhaustion.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
As Crow emerges from her room, Ari kind of clocks that she looks very tired.
Like, you can't see the bags around her eyes because she has, like, the black paint over her eyes, but you can tell that she was restless all
Grumpier than
night.
usual.
Yeah.
Crow,
The bag slipped through the paint.
you grew up
You doing
around
up?
Vala. I don't sleep much as enough.
Okay.
You grew up around Vala.
Ish. Yeah.
To your knowledge, have there been any attacks on Eric's from a red dragon at any point?
A couple of generations ago, yeah.
Would you like to make a history check?
I think
First, any
we had
specifics?
already determined
Oh no.
she had
Yeah, but it's does she remember the details?
12.
I believe the first level of exhaustion gives you disadvantage
That's
on ability checks.
true. Doesn't matter.
That was higher?
That's higher.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, at the so it would have been 300 years ago, give or take, that an adult red dragon took over the town and ruled it for 200 years or so.
Yep.
Convey that information to Ari, I assume.
Very lazily.
Interesting. Are there any libraries in the town?
There's literally a library here. It's like 3 stories.
You would know the top of House Sarada is a library,
Oh, I thought it was an observatory.
but it's both.
Oh, it's both?
There's a beautiful
I had
picture.
actually figured that the base was the library, and then
The
top
base
was
is
the
more of
observatory.
a okay. You know how
The library in the observatory room is actually kind of small, so I would say like
That's
there's
fair.
like more.
there's
underneath it.
definitely more.
Yeah. Those are just like extra books.
But regardless, House Sarada is the place to go for books.
Right. If Al gets up at some point soon, let him know I'm in the library.
I'm getting coffee.
Oh.
If you want some, you can get some, but you know, I'm not gonna be around. I don't know when he gets up.
I mean, I don't know either. You're getting coffee with Grave?
Yeah, at his office.
He might know something else too.
You can ask him.
Do you mind if I come with you?
Yeah, whatever, if you can keep up. And she starts walking.
Ari
Just
keeps
does not care.
Ari keeps perfect pace.
Yep.
Yep. You can tune the portal from in your common room to go to anywhere else as well.
Really?
So you don't have to go down to the lobby and then back in. You can just
Nice.
Convenient.
Wait, the portal for our tower can go anywhere in the school?
no, but
Anywhere
Graves,
in
Okay,
our-
that's what I thought.
Graves in the same.
Oh yeah,
tower.
that's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah. Ari's walking. She already has her cup of tea
Yep.
that she just kind of added more stuff to, and
She
is
got
bringing
the
it with her.
drama.
Yes, she's bringing it with her to Graves' office. She doesn't say anything else to Crow
Yeah, it's
on
fine.
the way over there.
I mean, it's
Crow's
the
not
way
being
over
very
there is
receptive.
literally like,
Yeah.
and that's it. As you arrive in Graves' office, the door to his apartment essentially is open, and you can hear him walking around.
Crow would just like, is he in his apartment or his office?
He is not in his office; he is in his apartment.
Okay.
But
Graves.
you would know, like when you have come to visit him before,
Mhm.
you've just walked straight into his apartment.
Okay, yeah. Then she would just walk right on in.
Ari follows.
Good morning. Oh, good morning to both of you. Coffee?
Crow immediately goes over to the coffee machine.
There's
to go work.
there's already he's got like a fancy French press and everything. I don't know enough about
like
them to be able to describe
vintage
it. But
1800s big vat ones.
yeah, so he's-
I'll save you the bore of
Yeah.
describing it, but they're a lot of fun.
yeah, and he's already like he's got his cup. There's another one set out that is empty, ready to be.
She helps herself.
Yep.
Oh,
Anything I can help you with?
I have my own tea, thank you.
So he kind of sits down, crosses one leg over another, and just.
I asked Crow this morning about any red dragon attacks on the town of Eris in
Eric's.
Throughout its history, and she mentioned an adult red dragon from about 300 years ago. I don't know if you know any more details about it or know specifically where I might be able to find more information on it, if it's something that would be kept in the school or...
There's probably quite a few books on it.
In the school specifically, or...
Both, yes. Firesight.
Firesight.
It was his name. Well, his title. That's Fire, S-I-G-H-T. All one word.
Ah, because he looked at you and you said on fire on the inside.
Fire...
I get it.
And his eyes.
S-I-G-H. Firesight, all
Yep.
one word.
Yes, he conquered Arix, ruled it for a few hundred years. His death, or his defeat and subsequent death, were what inspired Arix to be the location of the school. So, yes.
That was... You said it was about 300 years ago?
Well, the Arix was freed from it maybe 40 years ago, officially. There's that's why the ruins above the waterfall have not been rebuilt at all.
Yes, they were all burned.
And they have been that way for close to 300 years. I think it's technically 290, but thereabouts.
Who? Yeah.
You must understand, I am as new to Arix as you are. This is my first year at the school
Oh, right.
as a teacher. So there's some specifics that I don't know. All I know is a hero. And that hero was revered so much that when the founders of the academy were looking for a place to put it, this seemed fitting.
Interesting. Thank you. I appreciate it.
How did this come up?
I had a dream about it last night.
Give me a moment.
Yes, tell the 20th level cleric about your prophetic dream. I guess it wouldn't be prophetic.
No.
Oh, he's not? He should be.
He will be.
He is going to make an insight check.
All right.
It's like right next to them.
That is a 13 plus 11.
I mean, yeah, she's telling the truth about it. She had a dream about it. It was...
It's not so much truth, it's more so how's she feeling about it?
It was definitely a terrifying experience.
You're all right, Harry.
Yes. Why wouldn't I be?
seems to have disturbed you a bit.
I'm not a fan of fire, so... And I don't have dreams very often, so it...
I hadn't... How... Forgive me if I've been presumptuous, but you are an elf.
Yes.
I see.
Mm,
And you dreamt.
yes.
You're aware that that's not normal.
Yes. Most elves don't choose to do it. It can cause issues.
I wasn't aware that it was usually a choice.
From what I understand, it's something that elven children are taught not to do from a young age. Or rather not encouraged. It's once you learn to meditate, that's what you do.
I see.
Well, I guess I did grow up with an elf, but I don't know much about elven culture.
That's quite all right. So long as you are all right.
Yes, I'll be fine.
All right. It's going to be one more insight check.
Yeah.
Same thing, 24.
Yeah. I need more information.
Well, there are probably multiple accounts and descriptions of it, especially here in the school, given its connection to the school's founding.
Yes, thank you. That information is very helpful. I think I'll go research that before we really start the day.
All right.
Thank you.
If there's anything else, don't hesitate to let me know.
Yes. She heads out, takes her mug with her.
Turns to... What'd you do?
He just took a cheese ball. Accidentally made eye contact.
I've got some cheese puffs.
He just turns to...
Crow is nestled in the book nook window.
You have any idea what that was about?
Barry's weird like that.
You've known her for 24 hours.
17 on
Got the
insight.
vibe. What are you inciting?
You didn't sleep.
You're so perceptive.
We've talked about this.
About what?
About the fact that you do still need to rest.
This will do just fine.
It really won't.
I'm drinking extra. Happy?
Such a healthy approach to life. Don't sleep, just drink more coffee.
That's a great ad. You don't need sleep.
What's on the agenda for today?
You'll be meeting with Risha and Kepler.
Who?
Stay awake for days with no sleep.
Oh, good.
I'm just quoting Meet the Robinsons.
Okay.
I don't think his father's Sorry. Ruin the moment.
If you don't get actual rest, I'm not giving you coffee tomorrow.
I'll get my own.
No, you won't. The cafe's closed until next week.
I can go to town.
I genuinely think it will be too much effort for you.
Valid.
I don't want you to tell me that.
That doesn't make it not true.
She keeps drinking.
But seriously,
Mm-hmm.
Crow, What's wrong?
Bad night.
Why?
She will put her cup down and get up to leave the room. I don't want to talk about it.
Give me a second. Does he? Oh no, he does. Okay, good. Make a wisdom save.
Oh no.
And the command, halt.
15.
Fail.
What is it?
Whole person.
Frozen mid-walk.
You know very well that's not how this works. He's gonna use thaumaturgy to shut the door and release it.
Ari would have closed the door on her way out.
I like this better.
Uses thaumaturgy to just.
Or if she had opened the door, he would use the
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
close it back on her.
He'll release the spell. Cool.
What do you know about the Kid Kakari? Wings, green cloak.
Not a lot at the moment.
Is he actually from Waimarie?
Waimarie.
Waimarie.
As far as I can tell.
We still have our will.
Shut up! You're so entertained. Guys, we have a time limit.
We do.
As far as I'm aware, I didn't conduct his interview. But
Okay, then we've got nothing to talk about. And she'll
Oh.
keep going towards the door.
Sorry.
If y'all want to get to
Come
your
on.
part,
I'm
you have to
trying.
let this finish.
Maybe not half.
3.
If you want to be a part of it,
Why me? Okay.
2.
Ugh.
I love that the ones who did not sleep well do not wake up with pain.
I slept too good.
I did take one earlier.
Yes.
Elle
Grave,
fell out of bed at one point because he was too excited.
Grave is going to grab your arm. Not like grab, but just kind of holding you back gently. That bad, huh?
Look, can we just talk about this later?
And he
we
just
have.
pulls you in for a hug.
She doesn't resist. Just tense. I really don't want to talk about it.
I know. It's fine. You don't have to.
Sorry.
Nothing to be sorry for. And he's just going to keep hugging her for a little while.
Can I go now?
Nope.
Please.
In a moment.
I said the magic words.
That is true. He will gently kind of release, but kind of put hands on her shoulders. Do you need me to find something out?
No. I'll figure it out.
My resources are significantly more than yours. Kakari? I'll find out who did his interview. See where he came from.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No. And she starts to turn to leave.
Okay.
She does kind of cast over her shoulder. It meets his eyes one more time with just like a subtly grateful kind of look, kind of apologetic. And she
Oh.
leaves.
First, pour her one more cup of coffee. I'm going to need that.
She definitely goes back for that. Drinks it on
And
the way
this
out.
is in like more of like a paper cup type thing, a disposable one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or she
They
brings.
have to-go cups here?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Um,
She'll hang out in her room for the rest of the morning until people actually move.
oh, Easy enough.
That'll slept for 11 hours.
I believe it. At about noon,
Yep.
you know that you have a.
I don't think Cass slept that long.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna roll D12.
I rolled a d4 for how many hours? After 8, he slept.
That's
Ari did get a schedule from Grave before she left, or a schedule from somebody.
You are all
I'll roll
aware
a d20
that
first.
at
If he
noon-
actually did over 10, he slept past it. Under 10, he gets 8.
Cass is.
Here's
sleeps
the issue:
pretty
alarm
regularly.
clocks don't exist here. If your actual
Slept for 7
sleep,
hours.
you know,
Well, minimum 8.
Okay, well.
do half orcs still sleep out 8 hours?
Yeah.
Or 6 to 8?
They got enough human in them.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
So Cass sleeps like right at
Those
8.
filthy, rotten, knife-eared mongrel mutts.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
Dang!
All right, Gimli.
Very dangerous over short distances.
So you all know that at noon you have another school.
Oh boy.
Okay. Cass woke up early enough, he would have gone into the main room, heard Elle, looked over, seen the door open, and he would have closed it. But Cass would be keeping enough eye on time that, like, once it got to be at latest 11, he'd be, like, knocking on the door.
And that is, from noon
Oh.
to 11. Yeah, that's from midnight to 11, rather.
Yep.
Yeah.
Elle,
Okay.
it's time to get up. Elle?
No. Bring
Elle.
me back to my dream.
Elle? We have an assembly at 12.
I was assembled perfectly.
I don't know what that means,
I
but...
don't want to. It was bliss.
Elle, just get up.
Okay.
You have to get some breakfast before we go.
Ooh, food.
And Cass is gonna open up the covers and go, right.
Oh, I've got my...
Slime shop.
Yes! I'll take 4.
And there's also bread.
And Cass will...
There's bread, and there are some fruits and vegetables.
There are
Okay,
eggs in the fridge.
Okay, cool.
There is also a magical toaster.
Sweet.
Okay, hang on. You just said there's also magical toaster. Like, that doesn't mean anything at all. That has so many
Means it's
beautiful
an-
possibilities.
It means it's
There is no electricity.
disappointingly a enchanted piece of metal that will toast bread.
Wow, that
Because
sucks.
electricity isn't really a thing. So it's a magical
It's the heat metal.
basically
I was
yeah.
totally expecting for, like, a McDonald's frying burger to show up there.
That'd be
It's
amazing.
one of those magical toasters.
There's also a magical
No, it's a microwave that does that.
No, it's just the stove, toaster, fridge, and sink are all technically magic items.
Cass, not being familiar with cooking, will just grab some fruits.
Valid.
There's like apples.
Elle creates this
Maybe some
lavish,
grapes.
like, piece of toast with a mixture of fruit and has the slime shot as kind of an adhesive. Spreads over it. Yeah.
Jelly.
There you go.
Amazing.
Puts it over the toast nice, sprinkles some, I don't know, some sugar over the top of it.
Sugar or something.
Has a wonderful cup of tea nearby, and he's done this all the time that Cass was looking in the cupboard.
Yes.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Ari has spent the entire time, up until probably about 11:30, she will stay in the
Okay.
library.
Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Alright, my passive is 17, because I'm spending like 4 hours on this.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with a 17, outside passive is totally viable here.
Alright, I'm gonna make an investigation check just in case, see if I get higher. Nope. 17 is higher.
Okay. Yeah. 10th year of the 11th age. The dragon's name was Ankargal. Ankargaul.
Ankargaul.
Ankargal. Firesight was his, what he was colloquially known as.
I like the callback to Caligon, even though you didn't do it on purpose. Caligon.
And you said there's a 10th year of the 11th age?
Yes,
Dragon.
was when he originally attacked and took over Arix. In the there's a series of events that it goes over.
Yeah.
The
You can send me the information later.
Yeah,
if you
the
want.
town rebelled at one point, but it wasn't successful. And Firesight spent some time trying to rule the town through a proxy, but then that meant that the town didn't really had spent like 100 years not experiencing any negative things from him. So when they rebelled, he's like, "Okay, fine, I'm burning it all."
Okay. And how
The-
long ago was that?
The ruin,
Burning
what you had seen, the ruins above the waterfall were destroyed in his initial attack
Okay.
at the beginning of the 11th age, and have not been repaired since.
All right. So it was his initial attack.
Yeah, that you saw. Interestingly, 10th year of the 12th age, exactly 250 years later. All of the books you find just say a hero. A hero was able to unite the city and led them against Firesight, was able to slay the dragon and restore the town to its own governance. But you check multiple books. All of them just describe the hero, a hero. None of them are specific. You know that they were male. There's the he is used sometimes, but that's about it. Seems to be a lot of lacking information
Interesting.
about that specifically.
Ari's gonna, around like 11:30, when she kind of wraps up all her research, she goes back to her room, kind of waves to Elle, sits down in her room and writes a quick note to Olive to ask her to check in on it.
Okay.
Wow, what is Cass? Chopped liver?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess Cass was there too. So she kind of did a general wave
That's
in the
very
direction
in
of
character.
the boys.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
That's your morning.
Cool. Yeah, if you decide to write that note, let me know.
Yeah, I do write that note.
I mean, if
Oh.
you decide to actually
Yes.
write it out at some point
Yeah.
and give me...
Maybe
any
not. It's probably
specifics.
just a specific, hey, can you
Okay.
look up the name of this hero? Did this
Roll
event?
me I'll say a d20.
I'm gonna use my other one. Ah, a natural one!
One.
Yeah, it makes sense to... Cool. So you can expect a response in about 3 weeks.
Okay, understandable.
Because I was going to say, oh yeah, roll for the number of days, but it makes more sense to flip it and have a natural 20 be an immediate response.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, about,
It'll take some time for the note to get there anyway.
exactly, and for the research to be done.
Mhm.
But at noon, you, unless there's anything holding you up, you gather with your housemates on the main floor.
Elle is desperately searching for coffee right up until it,
He
the
wants
formation.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Wow.
He likes tea and coffee.
Wow.
And
Um,
slap
Crow would
shots.
Do you-
smell like
do
coffee.
you- yeah, make a perception check.
14.
14. I feel like Crow hasn't, like, you find the disposable cup, which just smells like coffee. She's already finished it, but
Where did you get that?
I figure if it's empty, she's tossed it by now.
roll me a d20.
Sure.
That's cocked.
That's very coffee.
Same number. 3.
3, you chucked it towards the bin, and it just landed on the kitchen counter, and it just tipped over, laying there.
Someone had coffee. Where did they get it? I need some.
What do you need?
Coffee? Do you have it?
No. Crow got coffee from Grave.
I wonder if I can make it in time.
I could walk you to his office if you'd
Yes,
like.
please, that'd be great.
We've got 10 minutes before the assembly.
Need y'all to understand that because of the portal doors, it's the equivalent of you walk through the exit door and you are in his office.
Yes.
Yep.
Walking
But Ari
to
knows
his
that
office.
Ari knows that Elle would get lost on the way because he would get distracted. So she's going to
Yeah.
walk him to Graves' office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will let her think that that's the reason why.
Yeah.
Grave is. Well, you should be getting ready. They're going
Yes.
to be ready for you soon.
He got up late and was wondering if you have any extra coffee.
A fellow connoisseur.
Yes, quite. Connoisseur, you say? You
Come in.
must have, yes.
Connoisseur means...
I know what it means.
And he
Thank you.
shows you the setup, gets you a cup.
You have an antique kettle, do you? And this heatstone is intricately laid within the metal around here.
Technically, it's not antique because this is like the latest.
Oh, so it's
technology
modeled
for-
off of
It's.
the antiques.
I'm a fan of the classics.
And the wood surrounding the press.
It's wonderful to meet someone that can appreciate the finer things.
No, like I think Cass is like, it's just bean juice.
What's an Ari see? It's just leaf juice.
It's good leaf and bean juice.
Yes,
Cass can
Crow.
appreciate tea.
Crow comes up most mornings to share a cup with me.
Oh, I'll come after. I don't think she likes me right now.
It's not personal. Trust me when I say this. Her liking someone is, at least right off the bat, something I have not witnessed in the entire time I've known her.
How long have you known her?
Must be almost 2 years at this point. Well, plus the 6 months that they would have spent at Eric's.
I thought it was 6 months.
Oh, was
And
that,
then
did
6
we decide
months.
that's included?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, around a year at this point.
Oh, I would have expected it to be much longer.
Well, traveling together can forge bonds that defy time, whether it's short or long.
I guess so.
But that's her story to tell.
I don't know if she'll tell me, but I hope so one day, maybe.
Speaking from experience, proximity is one of the better ways to break down those walls.
I'm good at breaking down those walls.
Good luck.
I bang on them until they fall.
Consent?
Ari's gonna say... Ari... I can attest to this, actually.
A fair point. But, I would advise a gentle touch.
I will bang gently.
Don't say that!
Ari's gonna make an insight check on Graves' face real quick. That's a natural 20. She clocks Grave as making...
Because I want to...
Just like a single eyebrow raise.
I just sent you a message. I want to know if it's okay to say that.
Yeah, go for it.
Ari needs to react real quick.
Under his breath, with a natural 20, wouldn't be the first.
Shoot.
Ari
Anyway.
just looks confused. Yes. She clocks it. Elle might have said something with a double entendre, but she doesn't quite understand what it was.
Elle has no idea what he said wrong.
Yep. Now,
Oh, yes.
time to go.
That's...
Yes.
Where's Cass?
Cass is probably, he's probably like watching the clock and he's like, I don't know where they are.
I feel like Cass, after the previous night, might just have gone early.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
He would have been watching the clock. He'd be like, I don't know where they are. I don't know where they've gone.
I think both,
I guess I'll just see if they show up.
I think both Cass and Crow would be waiting in the proper room at this time.
I mean,
Actually on
the
time.
proper room is just the
Main hall.
main hall of
Exactly.
House Serrata
And
specifically.
it's right there, an elevator away. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Pause.
Um,
You got a little something there.
you get?
Yes.
Cool.
Resume. Got you, bro.
So you arrive on time. Getting a little close, but on time. And Isidora's there. Well, hello, students. Pleasure to see you. It's not quite bright and early, but
I should
know
have had
that.
him give me an espresso shot.
But I know that it's. I know that some of you were out quite late last night. Actually, all of you are.
Late is subjective.
It was late.
It's a very good point.
It was late.
But
So
you made it
negative.
back, so there's nothing to worry about. Now, in addition to the introductions that you had yesterday, there are 2 more members of staff that will be essential to your time here. And that is who you are going to meet today, as well as doing some important prep work for your first mission. For all the missions that you'll be undertaking.
Ooh, I was not prepared for that.
But I will allow them to explain this. The houses are going one at a time, but this is our time slot, as it were. Now, follow me. And she she walks you to the main building, and travels down a stairwell deeper than you'd expect. You're aware of that there is an arena within the main building, but it seems that you're going below even that.
I have a small question.
Yes,
Why are we walking
as opposed to
using the fancy magical portal door?
because the portal doors only work within House Serrata. That is our personal touch.
Oh. I like it.
You should explore the other towers. Each one has a wonderfully unique way of transporting students and faculty from floor to floor.
Insight check. Ooh, not natural 20.
Yeah, she's being genuine.
Okay.
she's just flourishy.
She's just, yes, very flourishy.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Like,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Yes, Nara has a, well, technically you're not supposed to use them like that, but if you're looking to get down in a hurry in House Naira, there are water slides. They're technically canals, but
I love that.
Mhm. Now, as you arrive at the end, at the very bottom floor that this staircase accesses, there's a large double door with like ornate, like carvings of figures, not dissimilar to like Egyptian, like papyrus and the depictions of like multiple people just in a row performing various activities. She kind of just gestures in, so you don't really get a while to look at what's depicted, but it seems very ornate and very archaic compared to a lot of the other architecture and design that you've seen. But within L, you see Risha, the teacher that conducted your interview.
Really? Interesting. So, what feather thing on she have? Is it still there?
So yes, there is, as you see, a shorter elf with dark skin, black hair, braided back, eyes that are yellow, almost like a bird of prey. A kind of reddish orange, jacket, and in her hand, a what appears to be a quill that is a deep purple.
That thing.
More, I guess more lavender in color. Welcome. My name is Risha, and I am the resident expert on matters of the soul. And this, as she gestures to her side, is Kepri. And a bug person.
Bugman.
In black carapace, with mandibles and antenna, 4 arms, each with a gold and silver gauntlet at the end of it, green kind of robe.
Never seen this character before.
And you said
Do we
his
have
name was
images?
Kepri?
I will send it to the...
Risha, Risha.
Yes.
And Kepri,
Khepri.
Khepri.
Wow!
Gross.
Look at him! He's just a guy!
That is not a guy. That is a bug. Stop it!
Guy?
Okay,
As
hang
he
on.
just, it's kind of just clicking.
Okay, that was
And
fun.
telepathically, you all hear, "Hello, my name is Kepri. The two of us, he is my assistant, but we will be helping you to utilize aspects of your soul that the average person is never even aware of. Now, there will be other things that you will be taught in your classes as to how your soul relates to your abilities and everything that you do. But here and now, we are going to discuss the components of your soul. Your soul is made up of 5 parts, components, pieces, however you want to put it. You have your shoot, your shadow, your ib, which is your heart, your ba, your personality, your ka, which is your vital essence, and last but not least, your ren, your name. These aspects of the soul are powerful, and through your years here, you will be taught how to access and gain awareness of these different parts. Today, you will attempt to gain awareness and access your shadow. Your shuet, your shadow, is your impact on the world. It is, in some ways, what you leave behind.
Alice having trouble staying awake.
The coffee was pretty good.
It was good, but he's having trouble.
He keeps Crow
And-
intact, so.
Importantly, if you are able to, when you are able to access your shuet, it can be stored here, safely, Doing so means that no matter what happens, if you are out on missions, you will always be able to be revived.
And he's immediately awake.
It is a backup of sorts. Even creatures or effects that would typically devour one's soul, if your shadow is stored safely here, you can be restored. Yes.
What if your shadow is... What would happen if you store your shadow somewhere and then it is destroyed in that place?
To destroy a soul is a very difficult thing. This area of the school is the most defensible and has never been subject to an attack.
Would there be an option to store it at a place other than the school?
There may be options there, but if the school's not aware of where it is stored, then if the worst were to happen, we would not have access to it in order to bring someone back.
Cass, by the way, I will point out, has stiffened up a little bit during this conversation.
Do we notice?
Make an insight check.
Ooh, 16.
15.
Yep.
Passive insight's a 10.
I'm going to actually...
This is 10? Yeah, you all notice. I rolled
Ten?
5.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
That's why I said it. It was
Got
like,
it.
oh, that's pretty noticeable.
yeah.
In addition, once you have gained awareness and the ability to visualize your own shadow, this can open your awareness to creatures in the world around you. And you will be able to see their shadows, and therefore their impact on the world. From a mechanical perspective, once you unlock this ability, when you choose to, you can see either the level or challenge rating of another creature. Your impact on the world is
Your level.
your power level, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
It's over 9,000! Right.
That's Einar.
Einer's not on the scale.
No, Einer's only like the
He's
low
in the probably low hundreds.
of challenge rating. No,
No. Well, power level. I'm sure challenge rating, he's like
low 20s.
20s.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, planar incarnates
Well, I mean, it
are
only
like
goes up to
20.
30.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
gods are not even always 30. Sometimes they are, but not always
What is a Tarrasque?
30.
Okay.
There are like 3 creatures that are challenge rating 30. I think it's a Tarrasque, Tiamat, and maybe some others that have been added more recently. But that's about it.
Why are we only just now hearing about this?
What
Why
do you
isn't
mean?
this something that other people have talked about before?
It's not a simple process. And it's...
Okay, there's complex magic everywhere.
That is true.
Why is this new?
It's not. It's ancient. It's only been, by my research and Kepri's assistance, more recently rediscovered. Without a safe place to store it, which many people do not have, it's difficult. I have a theory that the shadow has been what is accessed by all resurrection spells, unknowingly. That you grab onto a part of the soul that is more easily accessible, potentially left behind in the world, even when most of the soul moves on, and that is what allows someone to be brought back to life. But it is difficult to prove such things.
Can it fail?
Resurrection is never easy, but resurrecting through the shadow, if the shadow is stored somewhere, puts no strain on the soul. The only limitation I have seen is whether or not an individual is willing.
Do you send students into the field without first learning this ability?
No. You will not be permitted to go on even your first mission until you have successfully been able to safely store your shadow.
So how is it that you can lose a student?
There are very rare exceptions, which I am on the occasion that it has happened. There is quite a lot of scrutiny and investigation to be done. But such things are exceedingly rare. And you are more likely to be struck down by a divine strike of the gods than you are to suffer such a fate. So, and what's that?
Everyone's thinking things.
So, let's get started. And she goes into some esoteric and technical terms, which
I'll fall asleep again.
Ari eats up everything. If you want to send me your notes later, I will put them in my notes.
it's less notes, it's more
The mechanic has been explained.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
Cool.
who wants to try first?
Elle immediately steps forward.
Okay. The DC is 17.
Okay.
You need to make a wisdom check.
Just a flat wisdom check?
Flat wisdom.
Ooh, okay. We're gonna use Elle's dice for this one. 18 on the die. Let's go!
First success.
That's a 19 in total.
All right.
Oh, let's go!
This is the simplest. With each progressive stage that you will learn over the years at the school, it gets more and more difficult.
Got it. Awesome.
So yeah, L is as L, you kind of focus in and you visualize an almost ethereal version of yourself. You open your hand and there's just this kind of swirling mass of it's like translucent smoke. As you hold your shut, your shadow, in your hands.
S-H-U-E-T.
There's different spellings of it. Some get rid of the E. Sometimes it's S-H-E-U-T.
Kind of want the three to make insight checks real quick.
All
Go for
right.
it.
I don't think Cass is paying
Natural
attention
20.
at the moment.
Natural 20.
Well, frick.
Oh. This insight check, I think that's only a +3. Yeah, 11.
So, Crow notices that this is the most focused that she has seen Elle since meeting him. More so than when Ari was holding his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ari's a little bit distracted with her own thoughts.
Yep.
Elle is
Everyone is
very...
very distracted.
There's a reason why he's so focused. Very close to
Kepri
him.
steps forward and has a whole 4 hands on what appears to be a canopic jar.
This is weird. But okay. He hands it to him.
He kind of holds the
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah?
So he puts the lid on. You see that the jar itself kind of just glows softly,
How do we know we can trust you guys with these?
We can't. But we have to anyway.
As Risha speaks up, thankfully, there is, to be blunt, no risk involved.
Someone can't destroy it now that it's out here?
Not any more than we could with you standing here. The soul is resilient. I am no more capable, and I am not capable of destroying souls. Even part of one is nigh indestructible. Honestly, I don't even think the headmaster could do something like that. There are very specific creatures that feed on it, and to be blunt, I theorize that even in those instances, they are not actually destroying a soul, but making it inaccessible. Souls are immutable. They are nigh indestructible. And while there are parts of the soul that can be used to influence your actions, your mind, this is not one of them. Any more than someone could stab your shadow on the ground and do damage to you.
You could always yell ow. If it helps. Step shadow. Ow! What? Anyway.
Now, if you are not able to successfully do this, like Elios here, there will be other attempts, but the strain is not... You'll have to come back in at least 1 week before you can attempt again.
You were lucky.
Yeah, I was. My wisdom was a +1. I had to roll a 16 or higher.
Who's next? Kakari is going to attempt next. He has a +3 to wisdom.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
17 on the die.
Nice.
As he
All
is
right.
able to places it. Exact same process. Capri brings forth a jar, places it in, and you do see a kind of rough facsimile of each of your faces for the lids, because the canopic jars are like in Egyptian. It's the ones that have the different animal heads.
Yeah.
But one of them is typically a human head, and these ones are made to resemble the different students.
Wow, they're diligent.
Could a copy of one soul we made, or could the soul be split and the shuat be split and kept in 2 places?
Splitting a soul requires magic that very few possess.
The shuat is only part of the soul, though.
It is, but it is also still the soul.
So it could not be kept in 2 places. If we want to store part of the shadow here, part of the shadow someplace else. No. Understood.
Basically, for context, I would say if I were to use this, when Ray and Kosin were split, I would say the heart went with Ray, and the personality and mind essentially went with Kosin.
If I remember correctly, it was the heart went with Ray, and ambition.
It wasn't that clear cut because it was the wording. It wasn't like it was split like that, and both Kosin and Ray would have all of these different components because it was a wish spell, and that was
You can do
Okay.
it.
the specific wording is but to oversimplify.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Cass is specifically like standing a little bit at the back.
Eddie, you want to try? Seems like something you could do.
I can try.
I believe in you. Inspired.
You cannot add anything to this roll.
No! Come on.
All right.
Give it to me. Let me do my thing
I
as a
know.
bard.
friends. Wisdom check. Nope. That's only 14.
Wait. Is that with the +3?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
It's an 11 plus 3. Ari is distracted and preoccupied, and
The dream.
you would catch that she is just struggling to focus and just. I'm sorry.
It's all right. We'll try again next week. Who would like to? Corey.
I was about
Will
to.
walk up.
You've got these.
She has +5. She's a druid.
He gives her the double thumbs up.
13 plus 5.
Yeah,
18. Let's go.
She is successful. So far, Elios, Kakari, and Kore have been successful. Oh, this thing there.
Excuse me.
Rude.
That's the second weird noise that thing has made tonight.
Ari has failed. All right. Who's up next? If Caspian and
Cass and Crow do not want to do
All right,
it.
then Echo
Don't be a wuss.
will go up. We'll do his next. He has a +3.
Watch their entire team pass.
That'd be hilarious.
13.
Nope.
Oh.
Echo
Yeah.
fails.
What's the DC?
17.
The two monks.
The two monks both failed.
That's funny.
Which is really interesting
Because
because,
they're the wisdom.
notably, Ki is the power of the soul.
Yeah.
So, you know what it might be? That you've been like essentially trained in such a specific style that
It's hard to adapt.
Yeah.
Very different.
That's fair.
All right. Ro will go next. She's only got a +1. Natural
20.
20.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's willing to part with her soul, man.
She just
No,
walks
I
up and goes, "Boom." All right, now what?
Yeah.
She makes it look easy.
Basically, yeah. It's
She's like flirting while she does it.
Bombastic side.
bombastic side eye.
I want to. How many guys are there? 2 of us. Echo, Ose,
Kakari.
Kakari.
Yeah.
Is there a 6th one?
Nope.
Nope.
It would be if Peril was here.
Yeah.
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 Roll a d6 to see who she locks eyes with when she does it.
No.
That'd be hilarious.
She still needs to focus.
Yeah. Ose is also being very hesitant. So there is a bit of an awkward pause. I'm afraid everyone does have to at least attempt today.
Whatever. And Crow make her check.
All right.
That's a natural 1.
Wow.
This makes sense.
You can't write this better.
Also distracted.
Very.
Wait, don't you roll a disadvantage too? Because you're exhausted.
True.
This is
it
not
doesn't
an
matter.
ability check.
Okay.
The same way.
Okay.
This is
It's
not
more
a,
like a saving.
it's not a skill
Though.
check. This is something different. This is not something that any typical rules will affect, which is why advantage, inspiration, none of those things it is just a roll using your wisdom.
DM inspiration or bardic inspiration?
Bardic inspiration. If you guys want to use an inspiration, you can do that because that's a purely game mechanic, nothing in universe.
Okay.
But within that one, Kepri actually steps forward.
Please translate.
Well, he's
What are
actually
you
not,
talking about? It was perfectly clear.
he's actually not speaking at the moment. He's
Oh.
more so just kind of making. It's more like muttering to himself, and then he.
What?
You appear to have a blockage.
Prunes will help.
What?
Your soul
You must open the seventh chakra.
Onion and banana juice.
I hate how good that was. And he kind of looks towards Risha. Yes, it's all right. But if you could return, perhaps tonight or tomorrow.
I thought you can't try again for a week.
It's not for trying again. It appears that there's it may be something we can help with, but we can discuss more later in private. Not wanting
steps
to
back.
put you on blast in front of your entire class. Osei kind of looks at Caspian.
Rock, paper, scissors for it.
I'll go. Cass will walk up.
There's no fun.
Is disadvantage a thing? I know you said advantage is not.
No, I was supposed to have disadvantage, but Trey said no.
Yeah.
No,
so,
yes or no?
so why would you?
Because Cass is very distracted.
Okay.
He is.
But I would say you still just make it.
Okay. Nope, that's a 6.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm glad Ari wasn't the only one who failed.
Yeah.
She feels a little bit better
Wow,
now.
my whole team just let me down. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I'm sure
And-
Carol would have done fine.
Yeah.
He'd get in that 20.
I'll say
We should roll for Carol.
has a +2.
Would you roll?
A 6 on the die.
Osei passes
Nice.
What was that?
with a flat 20.
Nice.
So the only person
18
that
plus 2.
failed on their team was Echo, and the only person that succeeded on our team was me.
Yep.
Wow.
Do you want to swap?
No, I liked them.
But Osei, passive perceptions
12.
12.
11.
15.
with a 15. He is shaking as he kind of, and you hear the faintest sound, and you almost dismiss it. Make a perception check. An active one to see if you're able to discern what the very faint sound was.
That's a 19 plus 5 for a 24.
The sound of metal. Like metal moving, like rattling.
It's Pinocchio, but he's a robot. I'm a real boy.
Thank you.
But he is successful nonetheless. So, for those of you that were not able to today, that is quite all right. You have many weeks before your first mission is even planned. However, I do highly advise coming and attempting again as soon as you are able, because, as I said, you will not be permitted to go on your first mission until your entire team has successfully done so.
I misclicked.
Okay.
What'd you do?
I accidentally rolled an acrobatics check.
It was really bad, too.
It was.
And as, unless there's anything else that you want to do there.
Cass would like to ask the teachers some questions. So if they dismiss everybody, Cass is going to hang back.
Aaron,
I-
you just want to be mindful of time.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't want you
I've
to
got
get
one
to-
question.
Yep.
Where do you store the souls?
We have a vault beneath this very room.
Okay,
And
that was it.
yes, this you are always able to access your own. We will bring it up for you at any time.
Where do you respawn?
Mechanically speaking, they will bring.
Oh, you
Probably-
bring your body back.
Well, you don't even have to.
Ah, nice.
But it would be in this room.
Fair.
There is actually
Hey, built-in
You-
D&D respawn mechanic. Let's go.
Yeah.
you actually do notice, now that you're thinking about that, what appears to be a stone bed
Guys, don't forget to
in the
clean your
center of
bed.
the room. It's not like a bed. It doesn't have pillows or anything, but like
It's like an
a
altar.
long table, like a what?
Like an altar, basically.
Yeah, but doesn't appear to be like for
It's not ritualistic.
yeah.
What was the bug's name? Kefri?
Capri.
Kefri.
Yeah.
Kefri's the name of a boss from RuneScape. Sorry. I sent him a telepathic message.
Okay.
I will message you.
Okay. Understood. And Caspian head.
Yes. Cass is gonna sit by and wait until the other students have left.
You see Risha kind of just taking her lavender quill and writing a few things.
Pardon me.
You're still here? Yes.
Yes. I was wondering,
Tenant.
yes.
What is your question?
I assume you recognize my name,
Yes.
so you probably know what I want to ask.
Your brother's is actually still in the vault.
No, that is not him I was going to ask about. Rose?
What?
I understand.
Hang on. Why do you know that name?
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh! 25!
Holy.
I know that your brother took that very hard. So, you are not to repeat what I tell you.
Where's Elle?
They've already left.
Yeah.
Cass very specifically waited until everybody was gone.
After the incident, when Shadow was to be retrieved, it was found missing.
So it wasn't that she didn't want to return. It's that she couldn't.
We did not have an avenue to.
You said it was missing. So it was previously here.
Yes. And the reason that I know it didn't fail or anything like that was that her canopic jar, everything, was gone.
Have they found any leads on where it went?
There is continuing investigation that I am not at liberty to speak on.
I understand. I understand that you probably weren't supposed to tell me that either.
No.
But I do appreciate.
And if it helps, I know this was not your question. Callan did not succeed the first time he tried it either.
Thanks.
Go. I have work to do.
Thank you, Mom. And he'll turn around and walk up.
And as you return to either your rooms or whatever else that you would like to get up to today, that is where we will end tonight's session. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Good night.